Number 24. If the first and third consecutive odd integers are added, the result is 51 less than 5 times the second integer. Find the third integer. Keywords up there, first and third consecutive odd integers. What does it mean to be consecutive odd integers? Well, consecutive means like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, one after the other. Consecutive odd integers are like the first, the third, and the fifth. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Those are consecutive odd integers. Now, let's look at the number 1 and 3. Those are consecutive odd integers. What do you do with 1 to get to 3? Mathematically, what do you add to 1 to get 3? And what do you add to 3 to get 5? And what do you add to 5 to get 7? Each time you're adding how much? 1 plus 2 is 3. So if the first integer is x here, then what would be the second integer? 2 bigger than x, right? Alright, that's if 1 plus 2 would be 3. So if the first one was 1, then the second one would be 3. 1 plus 2. Now what would you do with 1 to get the third consecutive? Well, there's 1, 3, 5. What do you do with 1 to get to 5? What do you add to 1 to get 5? 1 plus 4 is 5, don't you? So we're going to add 4 each time. Okay? So the third consecutive odd integer would be x plus 4. Alright? And this is true if you had even integers too. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Each time you add 2 and then you add 4. So it doesn't matter if you say odd or even. You're going to add 2 to it, whether it's odd or even. Okay? Alright? Now, you say the first and the third consecutive odd integers are added. Let's look at this. The first and the third are added, and the result is 51 less than 5 times the second. So we're going to have 5 times the second, and 51 less than that is going to be 5 times the second minus 51. So for the first integer, we'll plug in an x. For the third integer, we'll put in x plus 4. And it says to add these things. We'll have x, and we'll add x plus 4 to x. And then we're going to get 5 times the second number minus 51. And the second integer is what? Not x or x plus 4, it's x plus what? 2. Alright? So there's our equation. We translated all these words into an equation here. Let's deal with this equation for a minute. Now what's x plus x equal to? It's equal to 2x, isn't it? So we'll have 2x plus 4 on the left side. On the right side, we're going to have 5 times x and 5 times 2. So we'll have 5 times x and 5 times 2, which is 10. On the left side, we added x plus x to get us 2x. On the right side, I did 5 times x and 5 times 2. Now on the right side, let's say, what is 10 minus 51? If you had $10 and you wrote a check for $51, you'd be $41 overdrawn, wouldn't you? So 10 minus 51 is going to be $41 overdrawn, which you write as a minus 41. Now, I'm going to get rid of the smaller of the 2x or the 5x. I'm going to get rid of that 2x, okay? And what that's going to end up doing is making me have a positive coefficient in front of the x, okay? So when I have 4 different things up there, I have 2x, 4, 5x, and minus 41. Of these two, I'm going to get rid of the smaller of the two. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. Okay? 2x minus 2x cancels. We'll bring down the 4. We'll bring down the negative 41. And we'll have a positive coefficient for x, namely 3x. Alright? Now I'm going to get rid of this 41 by adding 41 to both sides of the equation here. 41 on both sides. It's going to cancel this negative 41 out. 4 plus 41 is 45 equals 3x. Let's write that again. 3x equals 45, and I'm going to divide both sides of this equation now by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. You'll have 1x, which I'll just write as x. 15 over here, because we're going to have 45 divided by 3. 45 divided by 3, we're going to have our 15. So x is 15. Now remember my first equation, my first number was 15. My second is 2 bigger than that. So the next consecutive odd integer is 15 plus 2 is 17. And the one after that is going to be 15 plus 4. So 15, 17, 19. Alright? 15, 17, 19 are my 3 integers.